bear with me. I'm ill, as you can fucking see. I thought it was allergies. It wasn't just allergies. Caught a little bug or something. When I was meditating this morning, I do it every morning, ground. If you have never tried it, try it. It'll help you out. Go outside barefoot, stand in complete silence for 10 minutes. Like I said in other videos, try it for 10 minutes. And today, it was really focused around the idea of control. So I don't know how you operate in your life, but how I operate in my life, I love to have a lot of control. I love to have control of people, have control of the ideas that are being executed, have control of the systems that are being executed, have control of pretty much my entire life so I can see and steer and where to go. But then I started to, today as I was meditating, I'm getting this feeling slash voice slash hearing slash download of releasing of control as your path will continue to push you in the right direction, regardless if you have control of it or not, right? So a lot of the things that we want to be in control of are some of these things that we don't even, that we really can't be, right? There's some unforeseen things that happen to you, you want to be in control of, and then you allow yourself to get upset. And like we said in another video, yesterday's video, is that there's energy and there's a pendulum swing in life, right? Positive, negative, polarity. Right? So when you're in your positive space, there's going to come a time where negativity is going to find you again. Life ebbs and flows, right? So when you're in this positive space, you're inevitably going to experience some sort of negative unless you're strong enough and you've mastered yourself enough to stand in your neutral, put the pendulum in its neutral place and stay within your positive so that you are not affected from this negative swing, right? So how does this relate back to control? When you are trying to control things and things don't go out as you expected them to, what you're going to feel is negative emotions waft over you because what you desire to happen as the person in control did not happen. Therefore, you then get upset. And a lot of us allow that to happen. I am guilty of it too. That's why I got the fucking download in the first place. So in my journey, a lot of the shit that goes in the negative light goes there because I allow myself to allow it to go there, right? Things are going to happen in your life, and you're going to have to realize that the better you are at controlling the emotional state, the better you will be at standing in that neutral spot when the negative swing of the pendulum comes to your life. That might be a little too high for your mental capacity, but that's just fine. It's happening to you, and I'm just here for you to identify it. So whether you understand it today or understand it tomorrow or don't get it at all, it doesn't matter. The message will find those who need it. Let go of this idea of control, pretty much. In relationships, things, where you want to go, how you want it to go, X, Y, Z. If you already are in an energetic being that has the signals to be carried out within this lifetime, you have to understand that your life is going to go at a trajectory that is going to force you into that direction. If you try to run away from the things that are trying to correct you, whether it be from the laws of this realm, from your lifetime in the track that it's on, or whatever your fucking paths are that are coming towards you, and you have to make these decisions effectively that force you in the right direction, just allow it to happen, right? Do not let your emotions stop you from moving. And like we said before, thoughts, emotions, actions, reality. Do not let those negative thoughts then turn into negative emotions because of the control that you no longer have, or the idea of control that you thought you had, and then you realize life is going to happen to you regardless or not if you like it, because your path is your path. A lot of you have gifts that you have already experienced in flow, in a flow state where it's coming and it's happening for you easily, that others don't really, they don't have that gift, so it's not as easy for them, but it comes to you easy. But that gift comes with a lot of fucking things that you have to remove from your side, whether it be people, place, things, family, environment, doesn't fucking matter what it is, but you're gonna have to remove something. And if you are in this control mindset to want to keep on to those things, it will hinder your gift from being given to the world like you were supposed to give it. So you must release of the control, because the control will then allow, the releasing of control will allow those negative thoughts to move, because you no longer have an expectation for what you thought was supposed to happen. Remove your negative thoughts by removing the control that you once thought you had, that you realize you no longer have. You do not have the control over every little thing that's going to happen to you in your path. What you do have is the emotions that you attribute once those things happen. Because if you can control the thoughts and the emotions that come after whatever happened, you can then control the actions that you do, your decisions to act, which will then do what? Create the reality. So pick the reality that you want, and wherever the path takes you, stay in the positive realm, so that you allow the pendulum swings of negative thoughts and emotions to come over you, but you just observe them from the positive space that you're in. Everything is happening for you. You might have heard that before. As it's happening for you, stay in the positive, because if anything negative is happening, it's still positive because it's happening for you. And the progression of your path and the amplification of your gifts. Doesn't fucking matter. Release, control. I heard, and even if you were to think about this, when you stand in a river, right? And I don't know if you have, just fucking think about it. If you haven't, think about it as well. Put yourself in the spot where you're in the river's current. The current is going downstream, right? But the river is pretty fucking powerful. And you're trying to walk upstream, away from where the current's trying to take you. You're not nature. You're not a rock. You are a human being that is walking up something that's not supposed to be walking up, right? If your path was to go that way, you would have went that way. So attribute that same analogy to your life. If everything in your life is directing you in a certain path, your desire for control is walking up the river. But the river is trying to take you with ease downstream. But you're realizing that you're going to have to let go of the idea of going upstream. And the letting go of the idea is what corrupts your brain and the root causes that you really want to control. Because you probably don't know what's downstream. And so you want to control so that you can predict what's going to happen at the end once you get to wherever the fuck you were going. And at least you understand what upstream is, but downstream is where the river's taking you. So downstream is where life is taking you. And you have to let go of the idea of who you thought you were, the places you were going to be, who you were going to be with, the people you were going to do it with, the family members you thought would be proud of you while you're doing it. All of these things and boxes and images of where you thought and what you expected to happen and what others may have put on you to expect for yourself. You must let that go. Life is taking you downstream. Release control, go downstream. Because what you'll then end up realizing is that once you get downstream, it'll, one, happen quicker than if you were trying to resist it. And two, it'll be 10 times more rewarding, and you'll get there 10 times faster because you're going with the flow of where life is taking you. Then there are going to be doors. So let's get back on the life of the conversation, which is away from the analogy. When you get to places and people and things that you don't match up with, at the time in which you are going to leave or need to leave, doors will present themselves to do so. So don't think that, oh, my current position and where I sit at right now with the friends and the people and the family members and the this and the that, when you lose them, right, because you were going upstream, now you're going downstream and you lose them, but now you have another set of people and places and things and ideas, right, that you have to go with because that's just where life has taken you. Sometimes during that journey, you're gonna have to sit. You're gonna have to sit with those people, places, and things for a bit, because that's where it's supposed to be. And then what happens? The door of releasing those people will come, and you just allow them to go, and they will go. And sometimes it's you that needs to leave the door, and you can walk out. But do not try to walk out, because then you're going to face resistance. Sometimes it's not time. And that's where your strong divine masculine comes in, where you can hold your frame even when things are not comfortable. You can hold your discipline, your execution, your routine when things are not lining up the way that you want them to. But yet you stay in the positive light. You understand that the negative pendulum swing is here, and if I stay in the positive long enough, I can focus on this direction that I'm going long enough that the energy is going to come right back to me, and I really just won't have to deal with the negative. So if you hold that divine masculine and understand, okay, yes, cool, this is what I have to do, just do it. No reason to fight, no reason to fuss, no reason to get emotional, no reason to do anything outside of what you know life is taking you down. Follow the fucking path. Life is simple. We make it complicated with our ideas of control, with our ideas of power, with our ideas of making people respect us and all of these things. I'm not going across the street to make anybody respect me. Bitch, you gonna respect me when I walk in the room. And you know how you get that sort of respect? You get that sort of respect by allowing your journey to give itself and almost embracing your journey so that you can give yourself to it. And then everything that comes with that journey will then come onto you. And then when you enter rooms, it's felt because you went through something that a lot of people don't want to. Everyone's making life hard, and the media makes you think that life is hard, and your friends make it hard because what they're doing is they're walking upstream while they're supposed to be going downstream and projecting what they couldn't do onto you, which then make you continue to go upstream. To then think that upstream is some sort of golden age. Going upstream is poverty. Take the fucking river's current and use it to your advantage, and do not feel shameful or being humble because now you're passing everybody who used to be around you. You're going at a faster pace. Even though you inside might not like it, you're still moving at a faster pace than people are around you. And you're headed towards something that's going to pay off in the end, and the abundance that precedes that will then amplify once you get there. So know that yes, staying masculine is a thing even when there's turbulence. Focusing on the positive even when there's turbulence. Releasing control even when the expectation no longer exists that you thought of. No one fucking put that expectation in your head besides you and probably those negative ass people around you. Get rid of all these ideas of expectation, get rid of all these ideas of control, and know you're not a failure because you aren't living up to the expectations that you thought were gonna happen. Because we also do that thing where it's like, oh shit, if I didn't get to where I thought I was going to be, I have failed. Or I didn't get to where my parents projected onto me, oh, I have failed. Oh, I left the job that was paying me a lot of money, oh, I failed. You're not a failure because you don't follow the status quo. You're not a failure because you don't live up to the projections of people's negative energy. You're not a failure at all, actually, because you're not dead. So, like, get out of your own head and realize control can go. And all you need to do is focus on your journey and embrace what the fuck it's telling you to do. And all the media and the energy that comes at you to make you feel the pressures of what you should be or what you should be doing can hit the fucking wayside because it's not you. I tell you 1,000 times before, that thing that you hear in your head, that voice that you hear is you. When you're in solitude, when you get rid of all of the fucking distractions, when you remove yourself from the negative energies, when you remove yourself from the positive energies even, when you remove yourself from everything and you just exist as you. And you sit there long enough for you to then hear your voice and identify it. Some call it the voice of God, some call it the download, some call it whatever. It's you directing yourself where you know you're supposed to go. Allow it to direct you, and when it speaks, you listen. Do not drown it out with fucking society and the bullshit that they give you on a day-to-day basis. Learn to fast, learn to journal, learn to document your life, learn to then reread all of those things that you've done, because a lot of the times when you write in your journal, if you're not writing to your future self, you're killing yourself, because when your future self looks back and is going through a hard time and it reads the past journal entry, you more than likely will give it power. You will give yourself power. Some of my best journal paragraphs / notes that I've drawn back on came from 5 years ago, telling me about what I'm going through right now. Learn to journal, learn to speak to yourself through documentation of your life, because the only person that matters on this planet is you. You got this, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. That's kind of just what I was feeling today, and that's what the message I was going to give today, because that's exactly what happened in my meditation. Release this idea of control. And if that didn't fucking resonate with you, argue with your mom and get the fuck up out of here, because it's not for you. Hello.
Boy, Mr. Brown.